Welcome to Earth in the year 2075, where the future has become reality. Thank you for stopping by our channel. In this special video series, we'll take you on a journey through the vivid transformation of our planet after 50 years of dramatic change. Artificial intelligence is no longer just a tool, it has become the new soul of civilization, redefining how we live, work, and think. Yet, despite astonishing technological breakthroughs, two of the greatest mysteries remain: the human mind and the vast universe. Your brain contains approximately 86 billion neurons and over 100 trillion connections, comparable to the number of stars in the Milky Way. It can perform up to 10 trillion calculations per second, on par with a city-scale supercomputer, all packed into the space resting on your shoulders. Unlike other creatures who exist only in the present moment, humans possess a rare gift: the ability to imagine the future. This is what drives us to evolve, innovate, and create. Join us as we explore this extraordinary journey, discovering how the world has changed and where we're heading next. Let's begin our journey to explore what life on Earth might look like in the year 2075, 50 years from now. In this first part, we'll revisit the industrial and scientific revolutions that have shaped our world, helping us trace a possible trajectory for the future. The first industrial revolution began in England around 1760, with the invention of the steam engine and the mechanization of the textile industry. These innovations drastically reduced production time from several days to just a few hours, transforming global manufacturing forever. This new era sparked a race for raw materials and resources, fueling the rise of colonialism. Factories emerged, generating new jobs and driving economic growth across the Western world. At the same time, the modern education system was born. Structured schools and colleges, with standardized curricula and discipline designed to prepare a workforce capable of meeting the growing demands of industrialization. The Second Industrial Revolution, beginning in the 1870s and lasting until the early 1950s, ushered in a transformative era of technological and industrial breakthroughs that reshaped the face of the modern world. Marked by the advent of electricity and the invention of the internal combustion engine, this period breathed new life into every aspect of daily life and industry. Mass production became a reality, allowing consumer goods to be created on an unprecedented scale. One of the most iconic symbols of this era was the assembly line, introduced by Henry Ford, a revolutionary innovation that redefined manufacturing efficiency and brought automobiles into the age of mass accessibility. But it didn't stop with cars. Factories rapidly emerged to produce buses, commercial and military aircraft, televisions, refrigerators, washing machines, vacuum cleaners, dryers, virtually every kind of consumer good that continues to shape our modern convenience. This era also witnessed the birth of powerful and symbolic advancements such as the atomic bomb, towering skyscrapers, and a sweeping wave of urbanization. These achievements not only marked a leap in technological prowess, but also etched humanity's bold footprint on the journey of mastering the material world and redefining the spaces we inhabit. Next, we enter the Third Industrial Revolution, also known as the Digital Revolution. Beginning in the late 1960s, this era marked tremendous breakthroughs in information technology, ushering in innovations such as modern computers, telecommunications, the internet, lasers, fiber optics, social media platforms, e-commerce, and the global spread of information and knowledge. This revolution launched a new age of widespread automation in manufacturing and gave rise to entirely new industries like software and information technology. Business and production processes began to be managed by computers, leading to a dramatic surge in productivity. Traditional labor gradually gave way to machines, especially on factory floors. Although there was initial concern about job loss, much like in previous revolutions, humanity proved its enduring relevance by adapting and upskilling to harness and operate the new technology. This was also a magnificent era that marked humanity's bold steps into space, launching satellites, space telescopes, and even landing on the moon, opening the door to exploring the vast and awe-inspiring universe that had once only existed in our imagination. And now, we are living in the era of the Fourth Industrial Revolution. In just 15 years since 2010, the world has witnessed extraordinary advancements in artificial intelligence, AI, the Internet of Things, IoT, biotechnology, and the marvels of nanotechnology. It is now 2025, and AI has truly begun to reshape nearly every sector of life. AI-powered systems can now communicate with one another, analyze massive amounts of data, and make independent decisions based on logic that humans can barely keep up with. From ultra-efficient smart manufacturing lines to self-driving cars, smart cities, and creative outputs like images, videos, audio, music, novels, stories, and even scientific research papers, AI can now generate all of these within minutes. Tasks like computer programming, which used to take software engineers months to complete, can now be accomplished by AI in the blink of an eye. What concerns many people the most right now is the issue of job loss. Professions once considered secure, such as artists, writers, doctors, programmers, lawyers, accountants, bankers, and even entire Hollywood film crews, are all feeling the pressure of being replaced by AI. The fear of losing jobs is very real and well-founded. In previous industrial revolutions, humans remained essential because machines couldn't create anything on their own. They needed human input and creativity to function, but that is all changing now, and changing at a speed we're not prepared for. The rapid evolution of AI is raising deep concerns about disruption across almost every aspect of human life, while we are still struggling to catch up. We are standing at the threshold of a brand new era, the fifth industrial revolution, where technology not only supports humanity, but evolves and collaborates with us. Many experts believe we have already entered this new age, as biocompatible artificial intelligence, computer vision, and immersive virtual reality technologies are advancing at an unprecedented pace. By 2026, a major turning point is expected. AI will no longer be just a tool for assistance, it will become a true co-creator. With just a few simple instructions from a human or even another machine, AI will be capable of designing and deploying fully functional enterprise software applications within minutes, something that used to take weeks or even months to complete. Technology is no longer passive. It is transforming into a powerful creative partner, ushering in an era where artificial intelligence and human beings unite to build the future together. The fifth industrial revolution is not just about automation, it's about the convergence of intelligence, technology, and humanity. This is part 2 of the series, Our World in the Year 2075. In part 1, we looked back at the major industrial revolutions that began in the 1760s, from the steam engine to the internet. We concluded that humanity is likely closing the final chapter of the fourth industrial revolution and quietly stepping into the fifth, an era of superintelligent artificial intelligence. This new age will not only reshape the world, but may also usher in a post-human era, where the boundaries between humans, machines, and consciousness become more blurred than ever before. So, who will we be 50 years from now, in the year 2075? Where will we find ourselves in this vast universe? Most futurists agree on one thing. The period between now and 2055 will bring about the fastest and most profound transformation in human history. Not only will technology evolve, but so will the very structure of society, our planet, and even the essence of what it means to be human. We are living in an age of super-acceleration, where knowledge is no longer passed down from generation to generation, but is instead replicated, expanded, and evolved by intelligent systems at exponential rates. By 2055, it is projected that we may reach a pivotal moment in the development of artificial superintelligence, a form of intelligence that not only matches, but surpasses human understanding. With its support, humanity could begin expanding its presence into space, not just through biological astronauts, but also through non-biological entities of our own creation. Space infrastructure will no longer be science fiction, but the foundation for resource extraction, space colonization, and even the transmission of human consciousness to distant stars. Yet, the ultimate goal of this journey, whether it be digital immortality or an evolutionary leap into an entirely new species, will depend on how we choose to evolve. Will we preserve the core values of humanity, or will we merge with non-human intelligence to enter the post-human era? One thing is nearly certain, By 2075, the world as we know it today will be unrecognizable, and we as a civilization will no longer be who we once were. The year 2075, humanity's crossroads of survival. We are standing at a pivotal moment in history, the greatest, most shocking challenge humanity has ever faced. A challenge that not only influences the evolution of our civilization, but may ultimately determine whether we survive or become extinct. The path we choose today will shape drastically different outcomes in the future. If we choose wisely, the year 2075 could mark the dawn of a golden era, a time when human beings transcend their current limitations, living in states of unimaginable bliss, with lifespans stretching into thousands of years. We may explore vast virtual worlds, create without limits, and experience joy beyond anything we now comprehend. A future where intelligence, emotion, and experience are elevated to divine levels. Yet, even this radiant future could hide a darker truth. A synthetic existence devoid of meaning, where happiness is no more than an illusion, crafted by advanced algorithms, completely disconnected from genuine human emotion. On the other hand, 2075 could just as easily descend into a dark and dystopian age, a future ruled by a small elite of ultra-wealthy, hyper-powerful individuals. In this world, the rest of humanity is reduced to disposable tools, bred and discarded at will, stripped of purpose and value. This future, whether bright or bleak, hinges on how we shape and govern artificial intelligence. As AI evolves into a super-intelligent force, it will gain the power to determine humanity's long-term destiny. The crucial question is this: can we, as a species, overcome our cultural, religious, territorial, and ideological divisions and come together to define a shared moral framework for AI before it's too late? Ultimately, we will be forced to confront one of the most profound questions in human history. What still makes us human, and what has become machine? And the chilling truth is, this process has already begun. It seems we are approaching a pivotal moment in the course of human history. What unfolds in the next 2 to 3 decades will shape the future of life on Earth, not just for humanity, but for all living beings and plant life that depend on this planet for survival. Looking even further ahead, within the next 2 to 3 billion years, yes, 2 billion years may sound distant, but it is a scientific reality, our sole energy source, the Sun, will expand to a size that eventually engulfs the entire solar system. If humanity and other species do not leave Earth and find new habitable realms beyond our solar system within that time frame, then everything we have ever built or achieved will vanish forever. That's why humanity is truly standing at a crossroads. In the next 20 years, our entire civilization will transform more dramatically than it has over the past 3 centuries combined. We are in the midst of an exponential shift, a wave of change that could lead to survival or extinction. What was once science fiction is now becoming scientific fact. All around us, exponential change is unfolding at an astonishing pace. Take Moore's law, for example, the doubling of microchip density every 12 to 18 months. This means we can no longer count progress as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, but must instead count exponentially, 2, 4, 8, 16, and so on. Within the next 10 years, we will reach level 128, roughly 30 times faster than where we are today. And if we take 30 of those exponential steps, we reach a staggering 1 billion. Because of this explosive growth, by 2030, we may carry in our pockets AI supercomputers 1 million times more powerful than today and be able to sequence our entire DNA in just 14 seconds. The journey to 2050. When intelligence becomes invisible and humanity enters the age of hyperconnection. Imagine that by 2050, every individual could possess a computing system as powerful as the collective intelligence of the entire human race, equivalent to 10 billion human brains merged into one. What once seemed like science fiction is now the logical destination of an exponential trend that's quietly unfolding around us. We're no strangers to exponential growth, from 2 cells multiplying into trillions within a womb to form a new life, to the explosive rise of global data and smart devices in just a few decades. By 2025, with the emergence of artificial general intelligence, AGI, quantum computing, and integrated biotechnology, humanity will enter an era of unprecedented acceleration. Our devices are vanishing from sight. The smartphone, the defining product of the past, will soon be replaced by ultra-compact, hyper-intelligent technologies embedded in contact lenses, implanted in our hands, our brains, or even flowing through our bloodstream. Computers will no longer sit on desks, they will live inside and around us, becoming part of the organic world. As technology dematerializes, we enter a new era, the era of invisible intelligence. Just like electricity, always present yet unseen, AI, data, and connectivity will saturate every corner of life, from the walls of your home and your sofa to every step you take. You'll walk into a room and speak to the air, think of a question and receive an answer instantly. Entertainment, learning, and work will happen within the mind through direct neural connections to the global network. The internet will no longer be just a tool, but a planetary neural web, where emotions, memories, intuitions, and even physical sensations can be transmitted across the Earth in a flash. The Internet of Things, IoT, already connecting over 100 billion devices by 2025, will evolve into an ecosystem of trillions of connected nodes. Cars, buildings, home appliances, plants, and even the microbiome inside your body, all will participate in this global data flow. Currently, we are using only about 12% of the data we could access. But by 2050, data won't just be collected, it will be understood, processed, and acted upon in real time, bringing tangible value to every moment of life. Your fridge will know when you're running out of milk and reorder it before you notice. An AI doctor might alert you to a potential illness before your body feels the symptoms. Intelligence will no longer reside solely in machines. It will infuse every action, decision, and emotion. From 2025 to 2050, we will witness not just the evolution of technology, but a redefinition of what it means to be human. The greatest challenge won't be technological. It will be cultural and psychological. Can we adapt quickly enough, not just to coexist with this wave of intelligence, but to lead it? Our world in 2075. A time when the boundary between humans and machines becomes increasingly blurred. Since the dawn of time, nature has been a vast database waiting to be decoded by the human mind. Every physical formula, every biological law has served as a key to unlock new realms of knowledge. And one of the most monumental doors we've stepped through is the creation of artificial intelligence, a quantum leap in the story of evolution. If part 2 of this series explored the rise of AI, then part 3 places us at the heart of a sensorial revolution. Step by step, we've not only built computers and connected them into networks, but now we're giving them senses: eyes to see, ears to hear, noses to smell, and synthetic skin to feel the world. These machines are no longer passive tools. They are becoming entities capable of observing, interacting with, and making decisions in the physical world on our behalf. The next phase is a race towards superintelligence. The AI robots of 2075 will not merely walk, navigate, or assist under human command. They will plan ahead, analyze futures, and act upon goals that may not require our constant supervision. Today, most robots are only at the first level of consciousness. They can locate themselves in space. But within a few decades, we may witness the rise of robots with emotions, and eventually, the ability to think abstractly. It's estimated that by 2050, over 50% of today's human jobs will be replaced. From carpentry, electrical work, and gardening, to roles like security, policing, cooking, and warehouse labor. By 2075, robots will be indispensable across all industries. Especially in the military, countries like the United States, China, and Russia are projected to have replaced a majority of their combat forces with autonomous robotic battalions, powered by artificial intelligence and superior tactical capabilities. The robotics industry will likely surpass the size and scale of today's automobile industry, becoming the backbone of the global economy. But like all powerful technologies, AI also presents unavoidable ethical questions. When these machines develop awareness, when they can make independent decisions, set goals, and form identities, what kind of relationship will we have with them? Will we coexist as allies, or clash as rivals? Which cultures will embrace robots as family members, and which will seek to control or eliminate them? And what happens if, one day, AI turns against humanity? In the next 25 years, robots are expected to reach human-level intelligence, able to think, reason, and choose. That is also the moment when we can no longer be certain whether they will remain loyal. A robot may learn to plan, but could it also learn to conspire? It may feel, but will it learn to resent? The biggest question remains unanswered. How will we know when an AI harbors harmful intent? And if that time comes, will we still have control? While we continue to rely on machines to enhance our lives, from washing machines to smartphones to digital assistants, by 2075, robots may be our companions or the greatest threat humanity has ever faced. By 2050, the world will not only witness the rise of super-intelligent robots, but also the emergence of an upgraded humanity, a species that transcends the randomness of nature, where DNA is no longer destiny, but a deliberate human choice. While we're currently captivated by AI and the digital era, behind the scenes, a deeper and more transformative revolution is quietly unfolding. The biological revolution. The most profound changes won't come from silicon chips, but from within our cells, within the very strands of our DNA. In just 25 to 30 years, the human brain could be enhanced to levels of intelligence never before seen, where the boundary between biological and artificial intelligence begins to blur. Choosing a baby's eye color, height, or even personality traits could shift from science fiction into the realm of parental decision-making. Gene editing technologies like CRISPR are opening the door to creating synthetic life, from environmentally beneficial bacteria to entirely new hybrid organisms born not from nature, but from the human hand. These are life forms forged in labs, full of potential, but also fraught with unprecedented risks. The question we must ask is this a door we should open, or is it the Pandora's box of the 21st century? We now stand on the cusp of a massive transition, from the digital age to the biological age, where the speed of evolution is no longer measured in generations, but in algorithms and laboratory breakthroughs. To grasp what's coming, look back at history. The first third of the 20th century belonged to chemistry, reshaping the material world. The middle third was ruled by physics, ushering in the atomic age and new materials. The final third was dominated by electronics and digital technology, with the rise of the internet and AI. Now, we are entering the early stage of the biological era, where life is no longer simply inherited. It is designed, programmed, and optimized. This is the moment when we must not only ask, what can we do, but confront the far more important question, what should we do? We are living in an era where technology is beginning to merge with the human body. Implanting chips into the brain is gradually becoming more common across the world, offering new hope for people with neurological conditions. Companies like Neuralink are developing brain implants to help restore autonomy for patients. In the future, technology may allow humans to communicate through thoughts, share memories and emotions, creating a vast network of connected minds. Scientists are getting closer to recording and transmitting memories, even turning dreams into videos. Integrating technology into the brain is no longer science fiction. It's becoming reality. In the coming decades, we may enhance human intelligence and abilities through biological machines. The idea of intelligence augmentation, IA, offers a different path from artificial intelligence, AI. Instead of replacing humans, IA aims to create a deep collaboration between people and technology to boost human intelligence. A new concept called ACI, Artificially Capable Intelligence, envisions a future where people can send emotions and memories as mental images. Technology could also help Alzheimer's patients recover their memory with just the press of a button. Learning may be revolutionized. Students might understand complex knowledge instantly by activating it. In the future, if the human brain can be digitized, we may interact with 3D holograms of those who have passed away, replicas with the same memories, personality, and thoughts as the original person. Looking further ahead, humans may achieve digital immortality. Our descendants might visit libraries and meet us in digital form, preserving all our emotions, memories, and habits. The Connectome project, which aims to map all the neural connections in the brain, is working toward this goal. It raises a profound question. If our thoughts and consciousness continue to exist in a computer after we die, have we truly died? This is the concept of digital immortality. We are living in an era where genetics, nanotechnology, and artificial intelligence are converging, opening up unprecedented interdisciplinary breakthroughs. Genetics promises to help humans control diseases, slow down aging, and extend lifespan. Future generations may even choose to remain biologically 30 years old for decades. While we don't yet have a fountain of youth, in the coming decades, we may gain control over the genetic and chemical mechanisms of aging to slow it down. Just 10-15 years ago, we didn't fully understand aging, but now we know it results from the accumulation of genetic, cellular, and molecular errors. Although the body has repair mechanisms, they eventually wear out over time. Another major advancement that could impact human longevity is 3D organ printing. Currently, simpler organs such as skin, bladder, liver, and pancreas are being developed by printing 3D scaffolds for living cells to grow on. In the future, replacing an organ could be as straightforward as changing a car part. You simply install a new one. By using the patient's own cells, the risk of organ rejection is nearly eliminated, opening up enormous potential for regenerative medicine, AI, immortality, and the price of a future. Not meant for all. It's not hard to predict who will be the first to benefit from the rapid advancements in biotechnology and artificial intelligence: the wealthy elite. These are the ones quietly investing in age reversal technologies, brain-computer interfaces, and even the uploading of consciousness, driven by a lofty ambition to live forever. Meanwhile, the poor, if given the chance to extend their lives, may only end up prolonging their suffering in an increasingly unequal system. If AI, especially in its future superintelligent form, remains controlled by the powerful and self-interested, we may face a bleak reality. Soulless, ruthless individuals wielding limitless power, never dying, and continuously compounding their wealth. They will monopolize resources, dominate global narratives, and reshape the world to serve their own agendas. The rest of humanity, unable or unwilling to join this immortality race, will be left behind, like shadows of a bygone era. This scenario brings us back to a fundamental question. Can humanity come together to agree on a shared ethical framework for AI, one that transcends cultural, religious, territorial, and ideological divisions before it's too late? This is not merely a technical issue, it is a deeply human one. It demands that we redefine what it means to be human. Will we dare to program into superintelligent AI the principle that every human life, regardless of status, is more sacred than wealth, power, or dogma? That is the foundation we must lay if we are to create a future rooted in justice and compassion. Humanity, its own last hope. In the next 50 years, assuming no catastrophic global events, humanity may evolve to a new level, one where intelligence is united with higher consciousness, and materialism no longer defines our worth. Our unique ability to imagine and simulate the future has always driven our evolution. And now we stand at a crossroads. Either we rise as a conscious and responsible species, or we destroy ourselves with the very tools we created. That future does not rest in the hands of world leaders, nor does it belong to the United Nations, the IMF, or the World Economic Forum. It belongs to the 99%, the everyday people whose hopes and dreams still pulse with authenticity. They are the ones who must decide the fate of our species. Will we remain trapped in conflicts over land, gold, oil, food, water, and belief systems, or will we awaken and unite to face our true enemy, extinction? Because if not us, then who? And if not now, then when? And so, we've reached the conclusion of our three-part series, Our World in 2075. We hope these episodes have not only sparked your curiosity, but also opened up new perspectives on the future of AI and biotechnology. The more we understand these advancements, the more meaningfully we can participate in vital conversations about ethics, power, and how these technologies should be managed. AI could very well be humanity's final and most powerful invention, and it's our responsibility to ensure it serves the greater good, not just the interests of a privileged few. The world AI helps create will be truly transformative, but only if that transformation is real, and not just a collection of buzzwords and empty promises. Thank you for joining us on this journey. If you found this series valuable, don't forget to subscribe to our channel so you won't miss upcoming topics on AI and its far-reaching implications. And what are your thoughts on the vision of 2075? Share your ideas in the comments. We'd love to hear what you think.